Welcome to This Is a Review. I'm your host, John Hammond. Scott. I'm Scott.
I'm TJ.
And this is a review. Today's episode, we'll be reviewing Jurassic Park. Shout out to Nick for the suggestion for reviewing Jurassic Park. And hey, if you guys ever have suggestions for movies to review, be like Nick, let us know. Say, hey, this is a review. We want you to review Mad Max, Fury Road. We want you to review Dread. And we'll do it.
Hot Rod.
We're just listening to movies that we want to review.
Yeah, tell us to do them, though.
Yeah, please. So, we're going to be doing a little retrospective. We've done Jaws earlier this year. Mm-hmm. We decided let's maybe dip into some classic movies. We want to keep doing the new movies, but we want to get a little bit of different stuff as well. Maybe watch some classics. Maybe we'll find a top 100 list and work our way through it. I don't know. We're still figuring that out. So, Jurassic Park. TJ, what do you think about Jurassic Park?
As if it's not obvious. 2 thumbs up. It's
Two
fantastic.
thumbs way up for Jurassic Park. I guess, are we spoiling? Are we spoiler skulling?
I mean, this movie's been out for forever, but just for good measure, spoiler skull. And it's done.
So, if you somehow haven't seen Jurassic Park since 1993, you've had about 30 years to watch it, almost. So,
almost, yeah.
I don't know what you're missing out on, but I love Jurassic Park.
It's great.
So I have a lot of history with Jurassic Park because my first job when I moved out here to Los Angeles was at the Jurassic Park ride at Universal Studios. So I have the theme song for Jurassic Park just ingrained in my brain. It's kind of like I have Vietnam War flashbacks whenever I hear that wonderful intro score, because I would hear it on a loop all day for an entire summer. Yeah. I love Jurassic Park. I think it's one of Spielberg's best movies. I don't think that's a very controversial statement by any stretch, right?
No, I mean, I could be wrong. This is the movie the studio had him make so he could make Schindler's List, correct?
That might be true.
Or was that Jaws?
I actually don't. It would probably be this before.
Jaws came first, right?
Yeah, Jaws
so
was
it
in the 80s.
This then, yeah. So they were like, you got to do one for us, and then you could do one for you, and he made this.
Yeah,
fantastic,
amazing movie based
incredible.
On Michael Crichton novel. Obviously, it's funny because Jurassic World, whatever Dominion was one of our first reviews on this show. Today we're reviewing Jurassic World Dominion, which is the 6th Jurassic Park movie.
Fondly called Jurassic Part 6.
Jurassic Part 6. And so it was really fun. We rewatched the original Jurassic Park for this review, and man, oh man, it's just a reminder of what an incredible difference it makes when somebody who has a brain is cohesively writing a story instead of just throwing shit at the screen.
Every single part of this movie, technically, storytelling-wise, the acting just feels so polished and cared for.
Yeah.
In comparison to Jurassic World Part 3, Dominion.
Whatever the hell it's called. Yes,
Yeah.
Dominatrix. Jurassic World Dominatrix. It's a movie with characters. I mean, of course, you've got Laura Dern, you've got Sam Neill, you've got Sam Jackson for a little bit in there, you've got Newman from Seinfeld, Wayne Knight, John Hammond, amazing. It's the entire...
The kids are really good, in my opinion.
Jeff Goldblum, of course.
But the kids sound like kids and act like kids in this movie. In the new Jurassic World movies, they do the whole thing where, like, kids are adults and they're going to say things that kids wouldn't say. And do it's let kids be kids.
These are kids.
Feel like kids. That's great.
And the thing I've always loved about the original Jurassic Park is it actually mostly makes sense. The premise isn't so crazy because the whole premise of the original Jurassic Park is they've created the park with dinosaurs, which that's your crazy leap. But they're trying to get people to sign off on it being safe. They're like, we already know this is a stretch.
It's pretty much a standards and practices meeting.
Right, exactly.
They're like getting audited.
Yeah, they're being audited.
This is.
And he brought in the paleontologists as ringers because he assumes that they're going to be
on his side and be like, holy crap, you brought dinosaurs back. Like, let's do it.
And to a certain degree, they are for a while, but then everything goes wrong. The dinosaurs escape and all hell breaks loose.
Right.
This movie does a great job, though, of really establishing the world. There's also the whole the inciting incident of Wayne Knight's character just having financial problems and is trying to basically extort John Hammond, who is tired of having these conversations about money. Hey, these are your problems. I pay you what you're paid, and don't worry about that. So to make ends meet, he's going to steal some embryos and sell them back to Dodson, who is the villain in the new Jurassic Park, who is in this movie for a total of one scene. His name is Dr. Lewis Dodgson. His goal is let's cure cancer with dinosaur DNA. You have here a very grounded sci-fi setup. You have great animatronics mixed with really amazing CGI. I gotta say, for the time, 1993, the CGI in this movie is
just beautiful.
Really well done.
It looks better than the stuff we get today, in my opinion, because it feels more textured and real.
Because filmmakers used to blend practical with CGI.
Right.
And there was a long period of time that filmmakers understood that you have... Terminator is a great example of practical with real, and you blend these together, and it looks real. But I mean, some of the puppets in this movie, there's the baby raptor that comes out of the egg. It looks so real.
It's adorable. I fell in love.
And it does a great job of making you fall in love with the absolute bloodthirsty killer. It's a hard movie to like review because we can't really talk negative about it because it's so well done.
Right. I mean, well, reviews don't have to inherently be negative. There's just more to talk about when you...
Well, it's hard to criticize a
Right.
movie that's not... It's kind of critic-proof as it's so well made. The only real flaw with Jurassic Park, I can say confidently, is that it created a franchise that has then gone on for the last 30 years and has been f***ing terrible every step of the way.
Yeah, so I watched Jurassic Park originally for the first time the night before I saw the first Jurassic World in theaters.
What a contrast.
And I was like, oh my God, this movie's incredible. I went to Target, I bought it on Blu-ray, you know, I watched it, and I was like, this is great, I can't wait. And then I watched Jurassic World, and I was like, oh, it's the same movie from a slightly different perspective.
Yeah, what's that line in the movie about you were so busy worrying about how you never stopped to consider if you should?
Yeah.
Yeah, but your scientists were so preoccupied with whether or not they could, they didn't stop to think if they should.
Exactly.
That's this movie, and they're like, you're bringing back this extinct animal from millions of years ago. Life decided it would not survive. That's the Jurassic Park franchise, moving forward from the original one. The second one is okay. Vince Vaughn is in it. It's fine.
I haven't seen it. I'm sure they all are somewhat fun. Even all of the Jurassic Worlds, which are not great, but they're fun. They're fun enough. The newest one should be a lot more fun, and if you're curious on our opinions, click that link.
Check that link. I don't know where it's at. It's somewhere. There it is. There it is. Link. We'll probably cut to it at some point. So, yeah, I think we're probably at final thoughts.
Yeah, look, this is a short, little fun review recap of Jurassic Park. It's a fantastic movie. Steven Spielberg, the GOAT.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, I love Jaws. I love this. I love E.T. This era of Spielberg, of those... The golden era of Spielberg. I mean, I really like Ready Player One, too.
Yeah.
I thought that movie was a lot of fun.
I think Spielberg has dropped off. 2005 is when he made War of the Worlds.
Yeah.
For the last 15 plus years, he's been in a very state. Ready Player One was okay.
I mean, dude.
The Fabelmans, though, I'll do a little rapid review after this of The Fabelmans, so you guys can get a little taste of that. Actually really liked that.
Good. Semi-autobiographical.
Very. I'd take the semi out of it, but...
I mean, they kind of have marketed it like that.
Yeah, it's autobiographical. Yeah. But he's kind of lost the magic, and I think the Spielberg magic really, from Jaws until 2005, that was that golden era. He had a really great run. The 90s, you had E.T., you had Jurassic Park, you had a couple others in that time frame. It's just like he's really 10 out of 10 in that time frame. So Yeah, this is a 5 out of 5 for me. I imagine it is for you as well.
Easily 5 out of 5.
Yeah, there's no reason to do our regular final thoughts spiel. This whole review has been final thoughts.
I will say though, it's no Warhorse.
It's no BFG.
It's definitely no Lincoln.
God. It's no Bridge of Spies. What else has he done?
Oh yeah, I forgot about Bridge of Spies.
I haven't seen any of these movies.
Honestly, I haven't either.
I'm like, Spielberg dropped off after War of the Worlds.
But really,
also, I haven't seen any of this.
We just stopped watching Spielberg movies after War of the World. And then the first one I came back to was Ready Player One.
Actually true. Yeah, I'm just like, he sucks, all these movies that I haven't seen.
God, why are those trailers so bad?
But he's exited his more sci-fi, whimsical nature, and he's gone more into the historical fiction. I'm just not as
It's just not as for me, especially when they were coming out and we were children, we wanted more magic.
Look, you're not getting the Amblin charm in Lincoln. I'm sorry to say. I could safely say that without having seen Lincoln, that it's not got the Amblin charm that the Jurassic Park has.
The only Lincoln movies I'm interested in are the ones where he fights vampires.
We only watch the truly historically accurate films here. We don't want any of this history book shit. We want him doing the real shit, like fighting vampires and hookers.
The American way.
And on that note, this has been our review of Jurassic Park.
Thanks again, Nick, for suggesting us to take a look at a classic. We appreciate it.
It was a good excuse to rewatch one of my favorite movies.
Absolutely.
So thank you for that. And if you haven't already, like, subscribe, and like I said, be sure to give us suggestions of what other classic movies you'd like to see us review next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. This has been a review.